A little over a month into the season, and only 3 of the 7 Canadian teams are currently in a playoff spot: the Habs, Sens, and Jets. So why are they showing the way? Craig, let's start with the Montreal Canadiens. Cole Caulfield tied for second in the league with 12 goals, way ahead of his career best pace. Is he the single biggest reason for the Habs' giant leap forward this year?
I wouldn't say single, but I would say one of the most important reasons. You watch how Cole Caulfield has developed his game, how he's rounded out his game. And now you watch somebody that just doesn't have to rely on the power play or special situations. He's dangerous 5-on-5. We know how dangerous he is in overtime. He'll turn 25 in early 2026. And really what we're starting to see now, he might be just hitting his prime. So when you talk about somebody that can score, and he doesn't need many chances to score, Gino, he's lethal. And his abilities to get Montreal on the right side of games has been really significant. But this is a really good, solid team in Montreal, and certainly Cole is a strong reason for that.
I love the fact you used the word lethal. Caulfield, the first Canadiens player with 5 multi-goal games in the first 15 games of the season since Guy Lafleur. All right, let's shift to the Ottawa Senators now. No Brady Tkachuk, no problem so far. Who deserves the most credit for their ability to survive without their captain, Craig?
Well, I'm going to go right to Travis Green. Last season, Travis came in and really wanted to instill a real strong sense of team defensive structure, that we need to be good without the puck because we're not going to have the puck all the time. He knew how good they were offensively, and I think that now you're seeing real signs of it. They make the playoffs last year. Their offense hasn't dried up, but I think that understanding of knowing what they're capable of doing when they can't score, when they don't have one of their very best players available in Brady Tkachuk, that they have a real strong belief in their identity as a team and in their structure as a team. We use that word structure so much, Gino, but I think that Travis Green deserves a tremendous amount of credit. Now, it has to extend to the players because they've embraced it, they've worked at it, and now it's about, hey, we know what we can do to be successful. That's a coach's job. Tell them what he thinks they need to do, instill it, and then the belief comes from the players doing it. I think that's what you're seeing in Ottawa.
All right, how about the Jets, Craig? No surprise that they're the 3rd Canadian team in the playoff spot right now. However, they have lost 3 straight, and they're already 7 points back of the Avs for first in the division. They're in Vancouver tonight. Craig, how do they turn this thing around and make sure they stay within striking distance of Colorado?
The Jets are a very strong team. We saw early in the season without their captain Lowry, without Perfetti, without Sandberg, that they were capable of winning games. Lowry comes back, Perfetti comes back, and yes, they've hit a little bump in the road. But I think the biggest challenge right now for Scott Arniel and the Winnipeg Jets is the luxury of having so many good players. And we look, oh, how good are they going to be when these guys come back? Well, now what Scott and the coaching staff have to figure out is, okay, how do we get our lines together? Where do we fit players in? Where does the ice time go? And I think that we've seen some signs of a little bit of that unassuredness with the team, and that's where Scott is now going to try to make sure that he can get the players back to doing what they do best. I thought there was really good signs in their previous game against Anaheim. They only scored 1 goal, but they looked like a team that was connected. They looked like a team that was back to doing the things that will get them goals and will get them on the right side offensively. Their defensive game hasn't dried up, obviously with Connor Hellebuck in the net. They get Sandberg back. That'll even make their team that much stronger. I'm not one bit worried about the Winnipeg Jets. And how about this, Gino? How about if they just let the Colorado Avalanche run away, win the President's Trophy, and let them deal with the curse of the President's Trophy going into the playoffs?
I get that. Listen, the Leafs, Oilers, Flames, and Canucks are all on the outside of the playoff picture right now looking in, and we're only 2 weeks away from U.S. Thanksgiving, and we all know what that could mean.